Hello there and welcome to this episode. We have the tactic from the Football Manager World Cup that actually won the whole tournament. Got downloaded this thing, his tactic, and the laps. Focus play down the left and right, play a defense. In transition, counter press, a lot of countering. Pretty standard 4-2-3-1, to be honest. Even the individual player roles, take more risks, cross less often, draw more inside with the ball. And we're going to use a League One side. All these players have been attached to a club. I've taken over Ipswich because they are one of the favourites for relegation. Do have all the staff for Ipswich, except Kieran McKenna. Actually, I think these all are just random. Nope, they are real, I think. Not exactly sure. I think some of them are real and some of them are not. That head of youth development didn't look very real. But anyway, this is FifaE. We are taking over Ipswich and trying to see if this Football Manager tactic can keep a League One side in the Premier League. Here you are, just for reference, this is the team that I'm going to go through. They're all League One players: Exeter, Wrexham, Bolton, Peterborough, Wickham, all League One players. 3 goalkeepers, a couple of defenders, probably should have put some more defenders in, couple midfielders, and a couple of strikers. Okay then, back into check-in to see how the team's doing. We're now in the 1st of October. Let's have a look at the league table. We are bottom, which isn't the most surprising thing, but we are still in touching distance, which is actually a bit closer than I thought. Let's have a look at the table. Right. In terms of goals conceded, we are 1st. In terms of goals scored, we are bottom. So not exactly the most encouraging sign, but we have played quite a couple, I'd say, decent teams. First game, 4-0 against West Ham, not too bad. One of the games we probably could have got a point out of was Southampton, which is only a 1-0 defeat. Leicester and a 2-2 draw isn't too bad. Oxford losing the cup isn't exactly what you want to do, though. A little bit of a difficult September with a 4-0 defeat against Man United, a 2-0 defeat against Arsenal, and a red card. We seem to get a lot of red cards. Lou Buchanan getting a red card after James McLean got a red card in that one. Still managed to get a 0-0 draw against Chelsea. And then Liverpool, a 4-0 defeat. We've got a couple easier games, which I think might be easier way to test. But to be honest, we are still in touching distance. I thought this would be like running away with it, but it looks like we are bottom, and bottom by quite a bit, but there are a few bad teams around us. Even Chelsea are 15th. Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal running away with the league. Aston Villa up there as you would expect. Southampton are a bit higher than I would have expected as well. Same with Wolves. Right then, into January, and we are still, unfortunately, at the bottom of the league. Getting a little bit out of touch now, but it is still manageable, to be honest. League is starting to shape up as well. Wolves are down with us. Chelsea are now 12th. Tottenham are somehow top of the league. Don't know how that happened, but I guess this new updated database that loves Tottenham. Anyway, let's have a look at some recent results. Turns out after that Liverpool game, it didn't get much easier. A 2-1 defeat against Everton. And that's not really how it went, to be honest. Another 2-1 defeat to Crystal Palace, 1-1 draw against Nottingham Forest, 2-1 defeat against Brentford, 2-0 defeat against Bournemouth, 1-0 defeat against Bournemouth. A couple of decent results. 4-2 against Manchester City isn't too bad. 8-1 against Aston Villa, that's something you really don't want. 3-0 win against Wolves, though, that is pretty surprising. And one of the big drawbacks I've got from this is this tactic isn't probably going to keep this League One side in the Premier League, but it's not exactly going to keep them far away, though, is it? Like, yeah, they're probably going to get relegated, but we might not even be that far away. Anyway, let's simulate a bit further and see if we can put up a fight. Only one win in the league so far. It is a 3-0 against Wolves, though. It just shows how bad Wolves are on this updated database. Here we are then, back in March, almost at the end of the season. Let's have a look how we're doing. Still 20th, still in touch with Bournemouth, but it looks like we are getting relegated. 31 games played, 15 points, and minus 50 goal difference. Looks like James McLean loves a little bit of a yellow card. Second in yellow cards with 8. Since that last result against Wolves, looks like we've picked up a few more wins. 2-0 loss against Southampton, 2-1 defeat against West Ham, 1-0 win against Leicester, 3-0 defeat against Manchester United, went out of the FA Cup at extra time to Northampton, which isn't the best result in the world. Arsenal, another 2-0 defeat. Chelsea, Liverpool and Everton, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. 2-1 win against Crystal Palace, 4-2 defeat against Nottingham Forest, 3-0 defeat against Brentford, and then a 4-3 thriller against Brighton to pick up our 4th win of the season. It's actually very surprising how close these games are. Maybe not the big teams, and a couple games around that, but except for that Aston Villa game back in December, it's not like we've been absolutely thrown away, and I'm kind of surprised by it. Anyway, let's go to the end of the season. And then end of the season, and it looks like we are relegated. 18 points. It's not even the worst points total. Not exactly going to finish outside the relegation zone, but we did do decently well. Let's have a look at that schedule since the end of March. Just didn't really go well, did it? 3-0 defeat against Newcastle, a 5-0 defeat against Bournemouth, 3-0 against Man City, 3-0 against Tottenham, a 2-1 win against Fulham, 3-0 defeat against Villa, and then on the final day, a 1-0 defeat against Wolves. Anyway, this tactic is pretty decent, but let's be honest, my assistant manager isn't, because a lot of my issues came with players not getting very happy. Like, my team cohesion is average. Club atmosphere very poor. I don't think my assistant manager was the best for this. Maybe if we do this again, it would be a better idea to get a better manager. Because look at these issues. Rathbone, Pym, Sweeney and Backinson all wanting to start more games and getting really worked up about it. And maybe if we had a better morale, we would have had a better chance. But honestly, it's a pretty good standing. Let's look at most appearances. Joe Whitworth playing 40 games. I believe that was every single game. Top of goal scorer is John McAtee, who actually played in League 2 last season, which was pretty decent from him. Paul Mullen getting 7 goals. He is injured at the moment, though. Aaron Collins. Scott Arfield getting a decent goal, and then a couple with just one. Not really anyone not getting a goal, though, wouldn't surprise. James McLean, top assists. He's pretty concerned over his playing time. That's pretty good. Ethan Laird, top from right back. Even Joe Whitworth from goalkeeper got an assist. That's pretty cool. Anyway, we are one of the worst coaching teams in the league, and we couldn't even sign anyone in this whole thing. So there we are then. Unfortunately, this tactic from the FifaE World Cup cannot keep a League One side in the Premier League, but they can run it pretty close. Anyway, that is the end of today's experiment. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.